All right, so we're back and we just finished up our final week of preseason here. We got some players to cut. We did some training so far. The guys, we were planning on training this season after we got that draft completed. Did not have the hottest of drafts. Unfortunate, mess it up there. Hopefully for the future, though, we'll be all right. We're in a win now phase regardless. I think we're doing really good where we are. We have Stuart Manning, MYRON Chapman, and Marcus Gatson focusing on the defense. That's what we love focusing on here. Eventually, I think the offensive line, it's always a slow progression for them regardless. No reason to focus on them. I think our wide receivers and stuff, they're looking fantastic so far, so we don't have to worry about too much progressing those guys either. They're kind of where they are. Tyler Wallace already up to an 85, 86. Tyler Boyd's up there at an elite level. Now, when we get to a point where we have to draft wide receivers, of course, then we'll start considering going out there and obviously putting those on the focus, guys. But right now, we're focusing on becoming a lights-out defense. For what it's worth, we are 3-0 right now in the preseason. Look at that stat line, though. 85, 87, 85. And it might only be that low because we have so many guys that have no business being on a roster in the first place. So we'll take a look at the team right now. We have Worf's 82 he's up to. Disley still around an 80. Solid. He's a great tight end for us, though. I don't even mind him only being an 80. He's been so productive for us going out there being that red zone threat that he is. RAFFERTY 79. Billy Price 78. Massie, the new addition this year, 77. And then Jonah Williams. We are missing somebody, are we not? Is there not a RAFFERTY Worps? Is somebody injured? I thought we drafted one other guy. He had a really weird name whose name I can't remember. Maybe he's injured. There he is. Davius Robinson. Robinson is not playing. So we have an extra lot. Did we mess that up? I think we messed that up in the draft and I just noticed that. We had an extra guy, Xavius Robinson, later on. He's a 77. He's playing left tackle right now. We don't need him at left tackle. Worfs is 82, so that's the last guy that we want to see go down. RAFFERTY is, we're going to have to make a trade here, I think. We can give it a week or two. He's 25. Massie, already brought up, is a 77 overall, 21-year-old. I think we got a trade to make. I would like to hear what you guys are thinking here. Where do we go? Left tackle, he's 22. Somebody needs traded on this offensive line. There's no reason to have 5 guys, obviously, that are starter worthy here. And maybe we look, do we go for a draft pick? I don't know what we could possibly get. Could we put RAFFERTY or Robinson at right tackle? Yeah, but Worfs is the best player we got in the line right now. Could we put him at guard? Absolutely. Again, it doesn't look necessary, though. RAFFERTY's 25. Maybe of all guys, RAFFERTY could be the guy that we drop. It's gonna be a sticky one, though, because you certainly don't want to leave the young man down here on the bench at 22. That does not seem like a good idea. You never know with injuries, though. Maybe we'll do for this episode, we'll play a few games, see how she goes. Like I said, get your guys' opinion on that. Who we could possibly move around, maybe pick up. Should we go draft picks? I don't see where else we need to go. I think we're pretty solid here. You look at the defensive line. We have Hubbard as a backup, still solid. Lawson dropped an overall point. Don't like seeing that. Lawrence, same story, I think there. Gardner's an 80 still. Michael Baker being that guy that is the superstar X-Factor guy over there for us. William Jackson still playing well. Guy we're going to consider moving here shortly at an 81. He is currently blocking Stuart Manning, who was a 79, but he's still going to play. He's a third cornerback. They get time to play as well. Looking at guys we might have to cut here. Gatson, look at those stats. Now, look, Jefferson, Pratt, it looks like, yeah, so it looks like a lot of our lower overall guys are the only guys that really need to be walked out the door here. We don't have any sort of depth issues. I'm not noticing it, at least right now, so I'm assuming we'll just go out there and cut the 10 guys. We're going to cut 10 players. Holy cow. Cut all these players that have a terrible overall that they just signed to our practice squad. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. I think you get the memo here. Everybody's gone. A bunch of 61 overalls. Nice to see they're just handing us all the lower overalls because that needs to be shut out the door. Thankfully, that's 10. I seen Clayton Fedulum coming up. Thank goodness we didn't have to walk him out the door. You know what? We'll sim up until the regular season here, and we'll go ahead and get the training out of the way. And then we'll go ahead and upgrade those players. It'll be week 1. This has to be the year, though. Like I said, maybe that's why we keep that left tackle just for a couple weeks, just to make sure. Because we had so many injury problems last year. It was so killer for us to go out there and have those injury level. Like, you don't want to see that happen. That's exactly what the problem was last year. I think it was a playoff team. We did finish 8-8. But what happened at the end of the day? We got injured, and we had 4 or 5 big playmakers on this team miss 5, 6, 7 weeks. And it killed us at the end of the day. So if we can avoid that this year, that is how important depth is for winning a championship. Obviously, we're going to set our goal as always. We're going to go again. We're going for the playoffs. We're setting a goal to make the playoffs. Last time we couldn't quite get there. We did what we could, but we could not get there. We was 8-8. That was the goal we set. And we're going to set it there once again this year, because why not? Starting the season off against those mighty Browns, a tough one. Curtis DUVALL ready for that upgrade. You can use some of everything's looking good for you. We're working at man-to-man. Always love seeing a man-to-man go up on guys like this. Up to that 83 overall is Curtis Duvall. Marcus Gatson, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Let's work on that run support, buddy. 84 overall, free safety. Love it. Love seeing the progression. Makes me happy. Werfs, same story. Glad to see you're working well over there. We'll work on your... Do we need to work on your agility area? I guess so. We'll work on it. We usually ignore that. But at the same time, it does help with the run block finesse. And they do, you know, they +2 to run block there. So that helped there. Michael Baker left end. We're going to work on your rushing ability. I want to see you get to that quarterback, Michael Baker. You're going to have plenty of time to get more upgrades, I'm sure. But right now, we'll stick right there with the X Factor. Polite, how have you been doing? Your pass coverage needs some help. So does your run support, though. Looks like you need some of everything worked on here. What is going on with Polite? Why is his stats so low across the board there? What's he missing to be looking like that? 83 speed, 79 hit power, 58 on the power moves. Maybe that's killing him. 58, 86 on the finesse, 72 on block shedding. The block shedding needs to be better for a linebacker. He is an outside linebacker, though, so it's not as big of a deal. The pass protection needs to be good being an outside linebacker. Did we hit the run stop on him? I think we did there. We'll work on the pass coverage for Myron Chapman, though. Clearly he needs it. Clearly that didn't help his overall, though. Still only a 79. Only seen a +2 in the zone and 1 on the man. Adam Rafferty, our other pass protector here. Pass protection. Agility again. I guess we're just feeling agility today for all these guys. It's needed. We always neglect it, but again, we bring it up. Lead block help, pass block finesse, run block finesse. Like, it's important stuff. Charles Blanton, we can't ignore the fact that these young guys need to progress as well. Charles Blanton's really not that young anymore. He was supposed to be a good draft pick for us. He's 25, had that normal growth potential. It's kind of a bust for us, though. Burroughs, probably the same story. I don't think we drafted Burroughs. Did we draft Burroughs? I think he was a practice squad type of guy. I don't remember drafting. He is, yeah, he's 26. I don't think we drafted him. If we did, we drafted him like 6 years ago. I don't remember it. Alex Redmond, still trucking along for the boys as a backup. Like keeping him in that role for us. Artie Fant, same story. Hey, that was a sleeper in fantasy the other week. Was that 2 weeks ago? Artie Fant, currently on the Bengals, baby. And then Del Little. Del Little, you don't have much to work on here. That should do it. Ready to jump into this game, I think, against these Cleveland Browns. Go ahead and get right in here. Let's see what Cleveland's rocking this year. Still an 86. So look at that 87 for the Bengals. The highest overall we've had going into a season. 87 overall. Better than the Browns. Better than the Browns that have went like 13-3, 14-2, 12-4. These Browns have been lights out these last few years. It's been a big part because of that defense that has been stifling. But we're trying to build a similar foundation over here in Cincinnati. A lights out stonewall defense. I think we have some the pass, if we can speak today. We have the pass playmaker. We still can't speak today. We have the playmakers on defense or on offense to score us points. We'll get it out eventually. It might take 4 tries, but we'll get it. So I think if our defense can shut guys down, we'll be in great shape here. Bengals, 2nd and 4, 3-yard loss for Mixon, but the big first down, 16 yards, dumped off to Joe Mixon, assumedly there. Will Dissly for 8, Bengals for 12, Gary Falk, and that's a penalty on Tylan Wallace. Tylan Wallace, how you taking penalties, man? Offensive pass interference, I'm assuming 8 yards, Joe Mixon, and another penalty on Tylan. What's he doing? Tylan, what are you doing out there, buddy? What in the heck are you doing? 5 yards of John Ross. We need 17. Not going to get it. Can we get the field goal here, though? Get on the board early. Yes, sir. Randy. Oh, Tyler Newsome, the newest kicker on the team. I did not realize we had... Oh, he punted. That would be... Well, what are we doing punting at the 36? I guess we're just going to play the field position game, which did not work out, by the way, because in Madden, it just doesn't work out, by the way. It's the Bengals. Who am I kidding? Like, these guys are about to run 99 yards down the field and score a touchdown here. Unreal. Kick the field goal, boys. These Browns are tough. The fact that the Bengals defense just got worked like that. Mac Wilson, oh geez, 2 back-to-back sacks. Myles Garrett, you know he's going to get his sacks in there. Defensive player of the year, every single year caliber type of player. Bengals down 7-0 early to the Browns. Not looking good. 6 yards, Nick Chubb running all over this Bengals defense so far. There's 2 to Justin Eslick. Bengals, 6 yards. Justin Eslick once again. And they're going to throw it away in 3rd down. It's going to be a 4th down. They're going to go for it on 4th. Good to know. See that, Cincy? These guys in apiary, they just go for it. And they don't do what they would do in real life because they pass it to Odell Beckham Jr. They don't do that. Going to be another touchdown. No! Good to... Oh, geez, they did get it. 10 yards. OBJ had to bring it up. Bengals down 14. You know what the problem is? It's prime time. Bengals can't play in prime time. Gonna try to get some points back here, though. Now, 10 yards. John Ross. Bengals. 2-minute warning, running that drill. Take your time. No reason to give the Browns the ball back here with 1:35 left. pace yourselves down the field 4 yards distally, just like this. This is perfect. 11 yards of John Ross, and it's a sack by Myles Garrett, the second already of the season for this halfway through a half of a series. Not even. I'm done speaking for the day. We're just gonna pretend we're not gonna talk. Touchdown Bengals. Randy Bullock got the extra point. Big play early. 2nd and 18. Bengals might have time to get the ball back here. The Browns playing conservative. Bengals going to call a timeout. They are. 22 seconds left. We'll see if we can drive it down the field. That's how you start the drive. 9 yards of mixing. But it looks... Oh, okay. Bengals driving still. Jake Fromm. I don't know what happened there. 2nd and 3. Got a chance at a field goal if you want to go for the 50, 60-yarder. Bengals are not feeling it. That's all right. Down 7. Going into the second half, we need to get a stop here on the Browns. Sack Alex Gardner, the young man making his name heard. Nick Chubb for 9. Bengals, even with the sack, can't slow down the Browns. There we go. 2nd and 12. Gardner, 2nd sack of the game. He says what Myles Garrett can do, I can do better. Browns gonna be forced to punt the ball. It's a touchback. Bengals got a chance to tie this ball game up. 3:20 left in the third. There's a first down pass. Tyler Boyd. Bengals for 5. Joe Mixon. Incomplete pass. 2nd down. Drop by Joe Mixon. A big drop. Bengals are struggling here. 3rd and 5. You gotta do something. Fromm forced to throw the ball away. Bengals forced to punt. Browns gonna get it back on. Ask the defense for another big stop here. So far, not looking too bad. 3rd and short for the Browns. That's going to be enough for the first though. Laquan Treadwell getting the job done. Austin Hooper currently on the Browns making his transition there. Browns picking up a solid tight end as if this team couldn't get better. Nick Chubb for 6. Nick Chubb for 9. Browns first down. 6 yards. Austin Hooper. Nick Chubb trying to pick it up there on 2nd and short. Not going to get it. 3rd and short. Need a big stop here by the Bengals heading into the 4th quarter. They're not going to get it. Instead, it's a Nick Chubb touchdown and a nice 15-yard glitch that we don't know exactly what happened there. Bengals got to score here or the game is pretty well over. There's a big play. John Ross. Bengals still cruising. 10 yards. Will Dissly. Have not seen Tylan Wallace much besides the penalties and our good friend. You know the drill. You know the drill. We couldn't have nice things. Bengals going to drop the one beginning of the season, it looks like, to the Cleveland Browns. Not the start of the season you're looking for, but at the same time, it's the Cleveland Browns. I'm assuming they're just a great team again this year. I'm assuming they're going to go another 12-4 season. To lose to them by 10, I don't think it's too bad. It's just these boys got to come around next game and play a lot better. 68%, 207 passing yards. That's just not acceptable from an offensive standpoint, especially when you're playing the Browns. Big Chubb, 25 for 103 or 130. Needs some better run defense. Mixon did great himself, though. 5.3 yards per carry. We just didn't run the ball much against these Browns. Bengals gonna start 0-1 on the season. Again, not concerned about it. The Browns, a solid team. We just gotta go out here and bounce back and win game number 2. Bengals picking up a weekly award here, though. It was Gardner for his 9 tackles and 2 sacks. 9 tackles. What a performance. Deshaun Watson over there on the Patriots. I still can't believe Deshaun Watson's chilling on the Patriots. Brissett is now a Minnesota Viking. How do you let Deshaun Watson go to New England? That is a very New England thing to happen, too. Deshaun Watson going over there. Hudson. Khaleke Hudson. Is that the middle linebacker we traded for? I think, right? Yeah. 83 overall. Getting that upgrade. Working that field general up to an 84. Looking like a great trade right there. But we're going to play one more game, I think. I will bring it up before we start this game. I really do want to get the opinions of you guys. If you guys have any thoughts there on trading our left tackle. Or trading a left tackle. Trading a guard. Trading something along the lines, because I do feel like we're going to do that. We want to try to do it early, so we'll play a couple games. Don't get too much farther than that. And I do, like I said, there is clearly areas of this team we can work on as far as, you know, drafting for the future at least. So if we could do something along those lines, that'd be great, because we're going to have to start paying some of these guys eventually. These guys are going to be making some big bucks here very shortly, especially the Alex Gardners of the world. Be interesting to see who's ready to negotiate here before long. You still do not do any scouting, apparently. When do you start scouting? I thought you scouted the first week of the season. Nonetheless, Bengals, Steelers, week number 2. Starting the season off against 2 division rivals. Some big games for the Bengals. You can't come out 0-2 to start the season. We all know about the statistics of a team making playoffs once they start 0-2. We can't afford that here. A home game against the Steelers. All I can do is pray it's not in primetime, because clearly primetime Bengals still exist in Madden 6 years down the road. It's not. We got a chance. It's in the daylight. Thank goodness for us. Called the timeout because we are a bonehead and was supposed to go out there and go to the Super Sim screen. But we got the timeout, and boys should be rested, you know, if they weren't already, because the game started, you know, a minute ago. They should be now. Bengals. It looks like an incomplete pass there by Stuart Blanton's their quarterback. I don't know who that is. Bengals defense coming in hot early. Penalty, Jonah Williams. Not the way you want to start offensively. Thankfully, Joe Mixon getting some back there on second and on first down. Gonna need a lot on third. Gonna pick it up. Tylan Wallace, we talked about him. The man started off slow last week, but I have all the faith in the world in Tylan Wallace making noise. There we go. Feed Mixon. 5 more yards there. Establish the run. 2 yards for the first. Loved seeing it. Wear down that Steelers defensive line. Bengals doing a great job of it right now with Joe Mixon. There we go. Finally stopping. I had to bring in Travion Williams. Couldn't find a hole. It looks like 2nd and 12. Would be a shame if the Bengals ran the ball on 3rd and 12. Thank you, Madden. We was doing so great. I knew it was 3rd and long, but I appreciate you running on 3rd and 12 instead of actually trying to do something productive there. That was a fantastic call. Zeke, baby, still on the Steelers. I have to cheer for Zeke, but how do you cheer for the Steelers? 2nd and 7, 9 yards. DJ Moore. Incomplete pass to Blanton there. Blanton may struggle. I'm not sure what his overall is, but he just picked up a first down to DJ Moore. It might be the Ezekiel Elliott show over here. Zeke and that defense for the Steelers. Incomplete pass, Blanton again. He throws a lot of them, forcing the Steelers to a field goal. Good on the defense there. 2nd quarter, 5:33 left. There's a first down. Travion Williams running the ball again. Get Joe Mixon back in there. If Joe Mixon's hurt, I'm going to be very upset. He better be getting a breather. There's a big pass. 16 yards. Tyler Boyd. Bengals cruising. Incomplete pass there by Jake Fromm. Forced to throw it away. You can tell the change of pace has changed though with Williams in there. Mixon was running off chunk play after chunk play. And Jake Fromm was doing what Jake Fromm does anytime we cruise down the field. It's like, let me throw the ball to the other team. That seems very popular for him here. Come on, Fromm, man. You're 87 overall. And you're still throwing interceptions every game. I just don't know what to say. I really have no answer for how he can be that good of an overall and continue to throw 16 INTs a season. Like, what is this? Phillip Rivers? We don't want Phillip Rivers. 6-3. Bengals still down 3. Defense still playing great. Tylan Wallace. Jake Fromm's going to bounce back here. 1st and 10. Jake Fromm, incomplete pass. That's a secondary. Is that enough for the first? That's not going to be enough for the first. 9 yards. Joe Mixon back in the lineup, though. Love seeing it. Let's feed him a rock again. When we was feeding Joe Mixon a rock, this team was cruising. 3 and out. 4 and out, technically, for the Pittsburgh Steelers there. Bengals, 59 seconds left. Chance to score here. You don't want to give the Steelers the ball back, though, either. So they're going to run it on 3rd down. Force them to use the timeout. Too bad in Madden, 44 seconds is like 6 years. So that is plenty of time for the Steelers to just chuck the ball down the field. Exactly what's going to happen. Oh, they ran out of time. Steelers had a chance to kick that field goal there. No time left on the clock. 15 yards. Joe Mixon. Bengals still within 3. I don't know why this offense is struggling so mightily. It is starting to really bother me. What do you want? We have 2 really good receivers, an elite running back, a decent quarterback at best, because all he does is throw the ball to the other team. Oh, Bengals bouncing right back. I'll save you for later, Jake Fromm. Thankfully, the defense, a clutch interception of their own. 2nd and 3, Mixon. Just feed Mixon a ball. Pound the rock in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Tylan Wallace. The big man is eating tonight. 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Bengals up 4. That is not what you want to see. Ezekiel Elliott, 34 yards. That is clearly a big dump-off chunk play there. You got to contain Ezekiel Elliott. He's the man on this team you got to worry about. 3rd and 8, 14 yards. There's Elliott again. What did I tell you? He's the threat. When DJ Moore is the team's #1, you should not be getting gashed. The Bengals just right. Oh, Juju's actually on the team still. He's just getting locked down. William Jackson shutting down Juju over there. Bengals. As soon as they score, though, they give the lead right back. Bengals 1 yard. Joe Mixon. They're going to run it back-to-back plays. Go ahead and run on 3rd down and make me cry a little bit. There we go. 9 yards. Tylan Wallace. Another penalty. Steelers helping us out. Ryan Shazier's back. Welcome back, buddy. I hope you're feeling better. Like, seriously, that is unfortunate for Shazier. Ex-Buckeye there, too. 16 yards. Tyler Boyd. I don't know if I'd be able to play against the Bengals if I was Shazier. I really don't. That's a scary matchup. That's some, even if he could come back and play kind of deal right there. I guess you would do it for, you know, some pride or just for the fact that you said you did it, but 3rd and 5 there. 12-yard Tyler Boyd. Bengals back up by 4. Can they hold on to the lead this time? Incomplete pass. Stuart Blanton. 2nd and 10. Same story. Big chunk play, though, on 3rd and 10. We got to get to the quarterback. We have not touched the quarterback all game. There we go. Thank you, Michael Baker. Sit down. Thanks for playing. 3rd and 17. You know what you do when it's 3rd and 17? You give up a 33-yard touchdown to DJ frickin' Moore. Oh, this team. They're stressing me out, boys. We're only in the 2nd game of the year. It's 3rd and 17. I don't know how you get beat over top. Let's see if Jake Fromm can bounce us back here. Will Dissly, 11 yards. Jake Fromm incomplete. There's a big penalty there. Tedrick Thompson. Bengals cruising. 3:21 left. John Ross for 16. Will Dissly for 10. Bengals going to lose some yards there by Joe Mixon running the ball. Getting it right back on second down. Tylan Wallace. Can we get the first? Yes, sir. 8 yards to Johnny Ross. Bengals first and 10. First and goal at the 4. Incomplete pass. Can we get the ball in the back of the end zone here? 3rd and inches. Joe Mixon pounded in, baby. There she is. Travion Williams. Bold strategy there. Bringing in Travion. 3rd and goal at the 1. They did it, though. We need a big defensive stop here, fellas. That's not how you're going to start at 1st and 10. Stuart Blanton, Bengals. 2-minute warning. Definitely got to stand up right here. Up by 4. A touchdown can be detrimental. You know what else can be a touchdown detrimental? Khaleke Hudson. Why'd we trade for you? 15-yard penalty. You can't do that. Thank goodness you got your boys on the defensive line. Dexter Lawrence, big sack. Doesn't matter. 29 yards. Feed Zeke because we can't stop him. Put the ball in the back of the end zone for crying out loud. Unreal. You got one man on this team to stop. Nonetheless, Bengals going to run the ball on first down because that's what you do when you're in a minute 15 left. You run the ball twice. I'm sick. I am freaking sick, EA. Give me this game. Oh my goodness. You have to be a special type of I don't even want to say it. It's not nice. A special type of stupid to program a game to go out there and run the ball when you're down this much with a minute left. But that's what's happening here. And this game's going to kill the clock. That's what really sucks here. It's going to kill the clock in every one of these plays. We're going to make this happen. Up the middle. Wide open. Turn. Oh, Jake Fromm sucks. Wide open. We only have to get in field goal range here. That's the big thing. But yeah, that guy was just too open. You got to lead him there. He threw it behind him. For some reason, he threw it behind him. We're going 4 birds, baby. Cheese in the compy. Let's go. And we're going to throw that over top. He's got him beat. He's got him beat. What a cow. What a breakup. I don't know how he turns around and breaks that up. He was nowhere close to seeing that guy. It's 3rd and 10. We got to pick up a first down here. Tylan Wallace, we're going to look for you again here, buddy, across the middle. Maybe Boyd's got to beat on a streak route here. That's not open. That is not open, but we're going to catch it. No, we're not. He's going to drop it. Or did he catch it? No, he dropped it. Of course, he ain't going to catch that. 4th and 10. Bengals forced to pick up the first here, or it is all but over. We're going to run another 4 birds because Madden says so. We might run a curl route here on this side, though. See what kind of look they're giving us here. Yeah, they're going to change it up. Run a curl there. See if we can't run that. Double cover on that side. It looks like Fox the one that needs to run that curl route. We'll take a look, see what happens here. Zone coverage. Yeah, that's pick. That is pick. Oh, we suck. Unbelievable. I didn't want to have to jump into that game, but Madden forces you to. And you run the ball 2 straight times, they want you to lose. Unfortunate. Trying to start the season 0-2, fellas. Why are we playing? We better just not. We have been struggle boating lately for when it comes to picking up first downs and whatnot. I don't know what's been going on there, but it has been rough to say the least. And for some reason, they're going to kneel this and end the game. Of course they are. Bengals going to start the season. The last thing you want to see happen here is an 0-2 start to the season. And that is exactly what we're going to get. And again, it's on the back of our quarterback. Granted, I just picked a terrible 1-minute drill there, and Madden said, let's run the ball. Jake Fromm threw 2 interceptions on their side of the field. You can't do that. Period. 56% passing percentage. You just can't do that. You expect to win games. That's not going to happen. Joe Mixon gave his heart out there. 24 for 116 again. The passing's got to be better. 77 rating, 2 INTs, 3 touchdowns. I mean, great. 3 touchdowns, 246. But the reason we lost that game is because you threw the ball to the wrong team 2 times. Unacceptable, but that's going to conclude this week's episode. Like I said, I'd like to hear the thoughts on the trade there. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.